What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. I just want to focus in on the LA Kings losing Marian Gaborik to a foot injury during the World Cup. He will be sidelined for the next 8 weeks. He should be back right around December. Judging by my calendar and the tweets of other people, it looks like he'll miss about 20 games if that's the time frame they're working with. Obviously, this was kind of a concern with the World Cup, is that players are going to get hurt, and Gaborik seems to get hurt, quite a bit. I mean, I'm not gonna call. Actually, he is injury prone. Going back to Minnesota with the Rangers, and with the Blue Jackets, with the Kings, always seems to get banged up. And phenomenal player when he's healthy, but when he's healthy is the key wording there. So only played 54 games last season, only had 22 points. They were hoping, they got 30 goals out of him this season. That's not going to happen. Essentially, all they can hope for now is that that the Kings' offense kind of hold themselves above water for the next, the first quarter of the season, and then get him back and get a shot in the arm. I mean, I think this does open up a spot for Adrian Kempe on the NHL roster. Are you going to expect Kempe to do the things that Gaborik does? No, because he's a 20-year-old kid and quite frankly not as good. So that's something to keep an eye on. But the Kings, they're not as good as they were, obviously. I think last year's series against the San Jose Sharks kind of exposed that. Where previous years they would have dominated San Jose, but San Jose kind of took the play to them throughout that it seemed like a 5-game sweep, even though the verbiage isn't correct. It's just what it came off as. So we'll see what happens over the course of this season, but not the way the Kings wanted to start the season. And I think the other thing is with Gaborik is he gives you something a little bit different. Carter and Kopitar and Dustin Brown, I guess by default as a top 6 forward on that team, are more gritty, whereas opposed to Gaborik has that kind of flash and dash. And you saw what kind of difference maker he was, after they acquired him in 2014, and how he was the X factor that got him over the hump to win the Stanley Cup that year. So, we'll see how his recovery goes, and if when he comes back he's able to be the be-all, end-all the Kings need him to be. But definitely not the way the Kings wanted to start, their season, being without, a player like Gaborik for 20 games. But, it just seems like he's always going to be banged up, and, the Kings knew that when they signed up to that extension, but it still doesn't make the process any easier. Anyway, that's all I got in this episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the off-season and beyond. Later, guys.